trying to find a balance between living your own life, understanding that it's your journey, um, trusting your own process, where your feet are, your own problems, your own struggles, your own just personal experiences. Um, it can be a crazy thing to deal with because you hear so many people say that, it's your life, live it how you want to. The tortoise and the hare, run your own race. Don't worry about trying to keep up with everybody. Don't compare yourself to anybody. We all think we know, but in reality, nobody really knows anything. We just share our wisdom with each other and help us all get through life. Try to help one another get through life the best way possible, but in reality, none of us really know anything. We're kind of just winging it. You can't predict life, man. You can't predict the future. You can only remain in the present and learn from your past. Um, but it's just crazy that, people will tell you this, but in the same vein, we all understand that life is moved by action. Life is moved by discipline, by the choices that you make, and you have to do things that you're scared of to elevate yourself. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, and you'll have people that'll tell you that just do it, and they criticize people who aren't making those changes. But in the same breath, they had to go through those exact experiences in their own timeline. So it's like they make it like seem like it's nothing, but because they've already overcome it, they've already been through it, they've already dealt with it. So it's not foreign to them anymore. It's not a challenge for them anymore. They're already on to whatever next phase of their life or next chapter of their life that they're dealing with. Um, and you always hear the thing of it's easier said than done. So the people that say these things, they give you info on how to whatever you're struggling with, how to do it, how to overcome this thing, how to overcome that, the steps you should take. And they're giving you the 411, they're giving you the information about the steps that they took and the knowledge that they gained from their experience, and then expect you to just be able to apply that and all of a sudden just fix the issues that you have personally within yourself. The first step is realizing that one, nobody can make the decisions in your life for you. Whatever you're dealing with, you're gonna have to ultimately do them on your own. Yes, it's cool to take advice and stuff like that, but ultimately, it will be up to you to change the things that you want to change in your life that are controllable, obviously. Don't worry about things that are out of your control. As much as we say you can't worry about them, and that we do. We all overthink. Don't let people convince you that they have gotten over anxiety, that they don't get nervous, that everybody still has these emotions within them. They just found a way to deal with them because they put themselves in those situations. But it doesn't mean that they've just completely overcame them. They're just not in situations where that anxiety or that stress or that amount of that amount of pressure within themselves arises. But it can happen if you put them in the right situation or put them in that situation, or they may find themselves in a circumstance like that later. um, every day is a new challenge. You just don't know what's gonna happen. But nah, man. I think overcoming challenges are great for us, but we do have to all do them within our own time. I don't want to say that uh, pressure isn't a big deal. I do think that it is. I do think that You have to come to the realization within your life that there are certain things that if you want to do, you have to do them within a specific amount of time based on what your goals are or what you're trying to accomplish, because your time, it doesn't wait. Your age, it does matter. There are things that you can do well into your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, as long as you're within good health and you're blessed to have everything working that you need to work and you're in a good position to do those things. There are things in life that there really is no, okay, it's too late for that now. So it's not about that mentality, but understanding that, man, whatever you're struggling with, it's cool for the advice, but don't allow the pressure to force you into something that you truly don't think you're ready for. Um, I say do it when you're ready. Do it when it feels natural is probably the better way to say it. Not when you're ready, because anything that scares you, I don't think you'll ever be ready. But you do it when it feels natural, and sometimes that happens when you're not even expecting it to happen. The opportunity presents itself, and lo and behold, a situation that you maybe feared, you flourished, or you found an opportunity and you put yourself in that situation, not even being aware of that it was actually happening, if that makes sense. Um, but I just say, man, live your life. I've been to myself for so long. I haven't been by myself, which is a part of my journey that I truly want to experience. I've always been with somebody, staying with somebody, having somebody in my presence. I do love my alone time. I have moments where I'm by myself, but I'm talking about truly taking a chance and betting on yourself. I love my isolation. I can sit around to myself. But like I said, truly by yourself, truly just away from everything, away from people, away from family, away from friends. I haven't truly gotten to experience that. Um, do I think that it's necessary for me? No. Do I think that it's good to be isolated to a degree like that? Um, I think it depends on the circumstances, your state of mind, where you are in your life. Um, because we all, man, regardless of the situation, we all need people around us. Um, you can be by yourself and, have your own space, have your own, place to live, have your own hobbies and things that you do alone that give you that time to yourself, the time to kind of sit within your own thoughts and be your 100% self, because you spend more time with you than anybody. So it is a great opportunity to get to know yourself, being alone like that, being kind of secluded. I think that's the word. Just kind of being off to yourself in solitude. I think that is good in aspects, but um, not for too long. Not to a point that you lose the ability to communicate with people. I'm not talking about family and friends, but just casual conversation. I think that's something I've said that I have. It's been a struggle for me. I feel like doing things like this can help. Journaling can help. Environments can help. Definitely environments, being around actual people, actual strangers. And even if you just stop to say like hello or just have a just casual conversation, I think that helps. I've been big on I think that in this day and age, and I'm a part of the problem too, but so many people we're just in our phones and in our own space that you really don't know. And people probably okay with you speaking to them, but when you in your phone and your headphones are on and stuff like that, it just gives off the energy that, hey, I don't want to be bothered. And that's kind of where the world is right now. Um, so if you develop like these social skills late in life, or you're not this extroverted, or not this people person, or not this social butterfly, which I'm not, it do becomes a challenge if you never built those skills early on. It's not that you can't build them. A lot of things in life that you do require repetition. They require skill. They require putting yourself in situations where those opportunities arise. Life is all about those learning experiences. It's just a part of the journey. I listen to so many videos about what to do in these situations, where you can go to be in these type of situations, like go amongst people that are interested in the same things that you are. That way you have things that are easily able to talk about. Find places where you might find people that are interested in the same things. And I believe that that helps, that works, but you still have to be willing to get over that hurdle. Yeah, it's been a challenge, man. I know, I know I can do it. Um, I don't know when it'll happen. I don't think I'll ever be the most sociable person. I don't think I'll ever be the most talkative person. Um, it's it's not that it's draining. Um, I believe I have a lot of energy to expend. Um, but your energy is so precious, and where you put it and where you focus it, it matters so much that it's like talking to people just isn't my top priority. Even though it's a skill that I want to get better at, it's like, but that's not what my priority is in life. And that makes it difficult because you want to focus on things that are important to you in the moment, and just that's just not it. But I believe in networking. I believe that you need those connections with people, not just acquaintances. I mean real life connections. Building rapport with people, building long standing relationships. I know friends of mine that they go to, like, I went out with a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, and he's kind of to himself too, but he gets out every now and then. But he goes to a bar, he has this bar he goes to, and he's a regular there, and the staff knows him. People know him around the bar. They know him. There's regulars in the bar that know him, and things like that. And it's just that kind of vibe. Getting yourself out there enough to find me a spot where you can consistently go. Cause I just mainly go to the gym. Go to work. Sometimes I'll go out to eat. I mainly cook just for the fact that I try to eat. You can eat healthy out, but it's better to just cook for yourself. You know it's food. You know what you're putting in your food. I just think cooking for yourself is better in general. Uh, but I do like to go out sometimes. I'm not a club person. Never really been a club person, but I do like bars. But mainly to just go for the food and to watch the games. I'm not going to socialize. Um, but just I gotta find more places to go, man. I don't think it's wrong, anything wrong, like I said, with isolation, but or being to yourself. But I would honestly say, man, just as soon as possible, as soon as you can. And this comes back to, I know you have to live life on your own time and take things as they come and be in the present and be where your feet are. But I can say that I'm 35 and uh, I envy people who are just so casually able to talk to people. I know a guy that I work with, he's like 24, 25. The man can literally just talk to anybody, man. The way it comes off. I'm not with him 24/7, but he's genuine. It's not forced. It's not this act, man. He's just genuinely him. And he literally, man, he just knows how to talk to people. And from somebody that doesn't, and I don't think I'm alone in this. I think there are many people who say to themselves, there are many introverts like that. There are many people who are fine with just being to themselves, that they might look at that and be like, damn, man, I do admire people that can do that. Cause you don't know how many opportunities, man, and people you meet like that can open doors for you. And it ain't just about people, getting anything from people, but leaving a mark, man. Being remembered. It's really leaving a legacy. Like I said, leaving a mark on people's lives. Just being able to spread a word, spread your message, spread your journey, spread your knowledge. I'll say that. We social creatures, man. And I always preach how, I don't want to have to, abandon myself or lose my self respect to meet people or talk to people. Feel like I have to put on a front. Feel like I have to compete. These are things that, I don't want to have to do, that I'm not willing to settle for. And that involves finding the right people for you. And I believe that you know when you know. But also keeping your circle small, man. It's hard to find people. But finding yourself genuine company, people that accept you for you, that are willing to take the time to understand and get how you operate, because we're all so different and you're not going to know anybody right off the bat. It takes years of being around each other, years of communicating, years of just knowing this person, how they move, how they operate, disagreements. Because I know one thing my dad used to say, my grandpa always said, any two people that always agree, somebody's bullshitting. No two people get along all the time. So if two people always get along, then there's somebody fucking around, somebody's lying, somebody's BSing. Because I don't care how close you are, you will disagree with people. We all have our own way of living, our own philosophy, our own standards, our own beliefs, our own boundaries. Um, and yeah, your own soul, your own life to live, your own perspective on things. So your own opinion, and you should stand on it, wrong or right. And if you're wrong, be willing to admit it. And even if you're right, two things can be true. So it's being able to hear somebody else's way of thinking, and maybe we agree to disagree, but you can respect where that person is coming from. It's finding them type of people to be around you, man. But yeah, I say, man, do the thing that scares you most, and it's okay if it takes time, man. I know people make it, like I said, I watch videos on it and things like that, and it's all about just doing it and putting yourself in that situations, and uh, doing it is one thing, but then like having to do it again and again and again and again, that's the real test, you know? Going out and putting yourself out there, or going out and betting on yourself, leaving your city, leaving your state, or taking that new job that you're not sure about, just betting on yourself like that. Things aren't always guaranteed to work out, but it's the process of just getting up, falling down, getting up, falling down. And for some people, it's not as easy to just get back up and put yourself right back out there. I think everybody has their own time where they repair themselves mentally, physically, or whatever they may be dealing with, but don't sulk in it. You know, it's not the end of the world. Lick your wounds, whatever you have to do, and stand back up and go back out for it again. But don't feel like you have to be rushed, man. I say that. Don't feel like you have to be rushed. Like, yeah, it's okay to listen to people, man. It really is. But at the end of the day, they're only speaking from their life perspective. They're only speaking from the obstacles that they've overcome and from the way that they live. But don't take it personally. All they're trying to do is help you, uplift you, guide you. And not all information is good information for sure, but at the same time, if you're looking up stuff for a particular situation, yeah, just take what you need, man. Take what you resonate with and what makes sense to you. And yeah, live your life the way you want to live it. Live your life the best way you want to live it. And just be decent, man. We always talk about the word kind or nice. I know that's the thing people don't like to hear. So instead of saying being kind or being nice, just be somebody that you can respect yourself. Be somebody that you can respect. Be willing to challenge yourself, as difficult as it may be. We all have those fears and insecurities and that anxiety. Don't let people convince you that they don't still have those things. They're human, they're not cyborgs. Just because you overcome one challenge or obstacle in your life doesn't mean that you have it all figured out. They have to be tested in other ways, you know? That's how life goes. Once you pass one test, life will put you through another one. And some tests are forever, you know? Some tests are lifelong tests. When as soon as you think you've won, you've already lost. It's a constant battle every single day to keep striving and keep pushing. So, yeah, man, just focus on your growth. Focus on the challenges that are in front of you that you want to pursue and overcome to make yourself a better person. And continue to believe, man. Continue to elevate. So that's all I got to say.